Hi, this is Sandy Tankus for TOS50.com, the other side of 50. And I'm in Florida, Fort Lauderdale to be exact. And I'm speaking once again to Stan Gershbein, who I did speak to last year. And he got so many hits, I thought that we would invite him back again. Hi, Stan.
Hi, and thank you for inviting me back. It's such a pleasure to be here. It's my second trip here, and I became so popular last time that I think next time you call me, I'm going to ask for appearance fees. Only kidding. Go.
Okay. The reason why I asked Stan to speak to us today is Stan has been on many cruises. How many cruises have you been on?
I just returned a few weeks ago from cruise number 87. Now, it's not the quantity so many. It's just that I took 87 in less than 12 years. That averages about 7 cruises a year. About 12 years ago, a little under 12 years ago, I moved into an apartment, into a condo on Fort Lauderdale Beach. I'm not saying near the beach, a block away, on the beach. I come down the elevator, I walk about 15 steps, and I'm on the beach. And one of the first weeks I was there, I was looking out at the ocean, and I saw a large ship leaving. It was on a Saturday or a Sunday, and I saw the ships, these cruise ships leaving. And I said to my wife, let's try one. And I have to tell you, it's like narcotics. It's addicting, because a couple of weeks later, we took cruise number 2, and a few weeks after that, we took cruise number 3. And about a few weeks ago, we came home from cruise number 87 in under 12 years.
Boy, that's a lot of cruises. And I thought that given you've taken so many cruises that you could possibly give some recommendations on what cruises might be best to take. For example, why don't we start with if we wanted to take grandchildren on a cruise? What cruise would you recommend for that?
Well, you could take almost any cruise for grandchildren, depending on the ages, of course. I have friends, and I've seen this on cruises myself, because every cruise I've ever been on has a day camp for the little kids. They have, for the older kids, they have teenage lounges. They have all kinds of activities for the kids, the little ones and the big ones. And I have actually seen this where the mothers come, I wanted to bring them to the table for dinner. They don't want to leave the camp. They're having such a wonderful time. And almost every cruise ship has that. I did see something recently. We were on the big ones. A few weeks ago, we were on the Oasis, and earlier this year, we were on the Allure of the Seas, and they have water parks on them. These water parks that you pay $20 a kid to go on, they're on the ships, and the kids don't want to leave. They love the water parks. They love the pools. They love the activities. They love all the arts and crafts. And they're just great. And they're great for kids. They're great for grandchildren. They're great for anybody of any age. Even for old man. I'm an old man. Even for old men like me.
Well, and what if, so then if somebody just wanted to just get away from the cold weather, get away from your friends, get away from whatever, your problems, you're taking care of your daily chores.
Okay.
So which
you call a travel agent, but call a good one. It's unfortunate that so many travel agents sell cruises, but they don't go on them. They may have been on the introductory cruise for 3 days. That does not make them an expert on anything. But you need a good travel agent that's been on all these cruises. They can answer all of your questions. A good travel agent could put you on a great ship at a great price, too. They'll tell you where the sales are. They get the companies to throw in certain things. So you start with a good travel agent, or start on the internet. Look up cruise discounts cruise. Then when you see something that you like, wonderful, call up a travel agent from there and say, hey, can you do better? It's just so happened I found one that did better. That I say, hey, I saw this on the internet. He says, wait a second, I have a group going out. I can move you with my group. In the group, it's another $100 shipboard credit. Or with the group, you may get gratuities thrown in. With the group, you may get a free 8x10. That's $20 right there. So they have different amenities, different things that a good travel agent can throw in. Which particular cruise line? I happen to like, this again, my personal opinion, other people like something else. I happen to like Royal Caribbean. For me, That's for me. I love Royal Caribbean. They can do no wrong as far as I'm concerned. There are so many things, so many activities, so many wonderful things to do on Royal. And then, by the way, that's only the Royal Caribbean ships that are built within the past 10 or 12 years. The older ones, they're still around, but the rooms are small, and they're good ships. Nothing wrong with them. The food is great, the service is great. That's my opinion. Someone else may like another particular line. I'm not going to mention the names of certain lines, which I will not go on. Those of you watching this are going to know exactly which lines I'm talking about. There are certain lines that the cruises are so inexpensive that they cater to the college crowds. I have nothing against college kids, but I'm a little bit too old for that. I don't want to be on a ship with a bunch of college kids running the halls all night long, can of beer in their hand, slamming doors, shouting. This is not what I go on a cruise for. But if you're a college kid, you may want to go on those cruises. Wonderful, have a good time. I enjoy Celebrity. I enjoy Royal Caribbean. I've been on some Holland America, they're good. I love Princess, the Love Boat. Remember the Love Boat?
Yes.
That's the Princess ships, the Love Boat. They're wonderful, they're terrific. And they are love boats. By the way, they're all love boats. Let me say this to you about cruising. There is nothing in the world more romantic than being on a cruise with someone you love. For my wife and myself, the perfect evening is a good dinner and a good show. And then after the show, it's still pretty, not too late at night. We go for a walk on the top deck. We hold hands like we were kids again. I have to tell you, I fall in love with my wife all over again, and this is on every cruise ship, and this is great.
That sounds very romantic. We only have half of 1 minute left.
Is that all?
That's all. So the last thing I wanted to ask you about, Stan, was prices. The prices of these cruises, are they very expensive?
Not at all. I have people that go out and they tell me, how could it be so cheap? And I say, here it is. Try booking it. You can go on some of the best vessels for as little as $70, $75 a day. Here's one I showed you, $58 a day on a terrific ship. Depends on the ship. It depends on the day that you book it. Of course, days in the summertime are much more expensive than, let's say, let's say the days that are in the fall. They're very inexpensive because the kids are in school, people are back to work. So it depends on the date, also depends on the room that you take. And I do not take a room to sit in it. I take a room to sleep in it and get out. So I take the inexpensive rooms, $58 a day, $72 a day, $81 a day. Where in this world can you go, have 11 meals a day, see shows, have a marvelous time for $60 a person a day?
Okay, you've sold me.
Let's go.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.